MJV Innovation is a leading consultancy for Fortune 500 companies that help them with digital transformation, data analysis, and design thinking. With me is Mauricio Vianna, the CEO of MJV Innovation, to talk about digital transformation trends. So let's just start with, can you kind of summarize where we are right now with companies as they're transitioning to the new digital world?
Sure, Jane, thank you so much for having me here. Well, with COVID, digital transformation has been accelerated.
Yeah.
Just to put you in context, the need for digital solutions and digital models has increased a lot, especially based on the experience of consumers using social media, using different digital applications, and their standards for customer experience increased. So now they faced a situation where, as consumers, they want their providers to have the same level, the same standards of digital experience.
Yeah.
So this has led the need for digital transformations inside companies, because they needed to catch up with the experience that you have with, let's say, Netflix and other apps.
Interesting. So if somebody didn't already have a digital part of their business, the pandemic really forced them to do that. And now consumers expect a certain amount they expect that digital and for the service to be good as well.
Exactly. And this has led to a major transformation inside corporations, because they had to rethink their business model. They had to rethink their internal digital systems. Obviously, they had to pay much, much more attention to their consumers' experience. And this requires a huge transformation inside their corporations. This is why it's called digital transformation. Digital because you have to create digital solutions, and transformation because you need to transform your business. And this will actually lead to like cultural changes. So there's a lot involved in this transformation.
Yeah. When you consult with companies, how do you advise them to make this transition in a cost-effective and a way that works for them?
Sure. Well, I think the first thing to do is to set up a vision. So I believe it's Joe Barker who says that a company, a vision without action is just a dream. Action without vision passes time.
Yeah.
However, a vision with action can change the world. So we start with a vision, the definition of a vision, helping companies to define this. And it's really a collaborative work. And this is where design thinking really comes into play, because designers can really understand how the emotions, the needs of the internal employees of the company. And by fostering this communication, we can come up top down and bottom up with a vision that will motivate everyone in the company to pursue.
Okay. And I assume that different businesses require different kind of digital ideas and different digital visions. So can you give me some examples of how you've helped companies transform?
Sure. So there's a major fast-moving consumer good company that, as part of their digital transformation, most companies realize that they need to work not only in the cultural aspect that that I mentioned before about changing the mindset, but they also need to better understand their data. They need to, create like data governance. They need to be more mature in terms of their solutions inside. So use data to make their solutions. They need, obviously, to pay attention to their customer experience. So they need to design better systems. And design thinking, again, is very, very important for that. Because designers, like I said, they immerse themselves into the context of the consumers, into the context of the users, and they understand their real needs and untapped needs. And by doing this, companies can design better experiences. So the customer experience, the data aspect, the transformation and cultural aspect that I just mentioned, and then there is a fourth component, which all this needs to be done quickly. We need to generate value quickly to your customer, and this needs to be done in an agile way. And there is actually like a framework that, in answer to your question, that we helped this fast-moving consumer good to do, was to help them to be more agile.
Okay. All right, interesting. Now, looking forward, since we're almost at the end of 2022, what kind of things are on the horizon next year? How is digital transformation changing for companies?
Sure. Well, there's one trend that is coming, for quite a while. Governments, they have been very worried about the power of big tech. So they are called like gatekeepers. So the European Commission has passed what is called the Digital Market Act, and this will help other companies, other startups to be, have better conditions to compete in the digital market. So that's one, more regulations. Second is the focus, I think, an additional focus on ESG. Sustainability has become a very big trend. So you see Microsoft really committed, like I believe in 2030, zeroing their carbon emissions, and by 2050, actually having a negative carbon emission and zeroing from their beginning in 1975. So ESG. The third one is about data. Data is definitely going to have a huge impact in digital transformation, for companies, because more and more their decisions will be based on data, on the behavior of how consumers interact with their companies, AI, the importance of artificial intelligence, especially what is called the multi-turn conversations, where you can have the context of the user, of the consumer in your conversation. So right now it's usually, systems like Siri, it's basically like it's a one-way conversation. You say something and they answer back, but multi-turn conversations, and also we will see metaverse, the metaverse actually being able to mature more, because I think we will see better interfaces, better usages for metaverse, but not forgetting the in-person contact, right? Because this is, I think we are, as human beings, we need, we love to be digital, but we also love to be in contact as a social society.
No, I think so too. Or else we wouldn't have all wanted to get back together after the pandemic. So,
exactly.
But you're right. I think it will have some hybrid kind of future with metaverse and virtual, but then still the in-person stuff too. So, Mauricio, thanks so much for sharing your thoughts and your knowledge on digital transformation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jane.